Welcome to Secrets of Earth. I'm Patrick Vierzba. Today, we are leaving the light behind entirely. We are traveling deep beneath the arid soil of the Horn of Africa, beneath the scrublands of Ethiopia, Kenya, and Somalia, into a world of endless tunnels and absolute darkness. We are exploring the world of the naked mole rat. Here in fortresses of hard clay lives a creature that should not exist under any conventional biological framework. It looks, to be honest, like a wrinkled, pale cocktail sausage that someone has equipped with the front teeth of a small beaver. But do not let its appearance set the terms of your assessment. The naked mole rat is one of the most extraordinary and biologically unusual animals on Earth. A mammal that has abandoned two of the most fundamental traits of mammalian life, that defies the rules of aging, that solves the problem of oxygen deprivation in a way that no other mammal has, and that has built a social order more comparable to a beehive than anything we associate with warm-blooded creatures. Today, we are going underground. We are exploring the secrets of a cold-blooded mammal that doesn't feel pain, lives for over 3 decades in total darkness, is nearly immune to cancer, and can survive without oxygen for nearly 20 minutes. The first and perhaps most fundamental secret of the naked mole rat is its temperature. Almost every mammal on the planet is endothermic, warm-blooded, which means we burn a continuous, enormous amount of energy to keep our internal body temperature constant, regardless of the environment around us. A mouse maintains its body at roughly 37 degrees Celsius, whether the air is 10 degrees or 40. This internal heating comes at a massive metabolic cost. Small mammals burn through enormous quantities of food relative to their body size because maintaining a fixed internal temperature against the ambient environment is thermodynamically expensive. The naked mole rat has abandoned this system entirely. It is the only mammal confirmed to be a thermoconformer. Its body temperature simply rises and falls with the temperature of the tunnel around it, the way a reptile's body temperature tracks the air. It is the only mammalian thermoconformer, exhibiting an almost entirely ectothermic form of body temperature regulation. It has no insulating fat layer, almost no hair, and expends essentially no metabolic energy on maintaining a fixed body temperature. When the tunnel is warm, and the stable, deep tunnels of East Africa hover at around 30 to 33 degrees Celsius, the mole rat is warm. When a cool draft moves through, it moves to a warmer section of the tunnel, or huddles with colony members. It outsources its thermoregulation to the geometry of the Earth around it. The consequence of this is a metabolic rate so low that the animal exists in what might be described as a permanent low-power mode. It needs extraordinarily little food relative to its size. It can tolerate oxygen levels in the tunnel air that would cause rapid unconsciousness in a human. And, most remarkably, it has decoupled its rate of aging from the metabolic pace that determines how long almost every other mammal lives. A mouse of a similar body size lives 2 to 3 years. The naked mole rat lives more than 30 times as long, with lifespans recording in captivity exceeding 37 years, making it the longest living rodent known to science. Its mortality rate does not increase with age. which means it does not conform to the pattern of age-related mortality decline seen in almost all other mammals. Older naked mole rats are not measurably more likely to die than younger ones. They appear not to age in the biological sense, or at least they age at a pace so slow that our current measurements can barely detect the trajectory. This non-aging pattern may be directly connected to the low metabolic rate that cold-bloodedness enables. The prevailing hypothesis is that reducing the rate at which cells burn energy also reduces the rate at which cellular damage accumulates, oxidative stress, DNA errors, mitochondrial dysfunction. The mole rat is not burning brightly through its life. It is a slow, cool ember that lasts. If the thermal anomaly is the foundation of the naked mole rat's longevity, its teeth are the foundation of its survival. The incisors of a naked mole rat are positioned in front of the lips, not behind them. The lips seal behind the teeth so that the mole rat can use its incisors to chisel through hard clay earth without a mouthful of dirt entering its throat with every bite. This anatomical inversion allows the animal to use its front teeth as a primary excavation tool in the way a power drill bit operates, turning and cutting through material while the handler remains clean of debris. The jaw muscles supporting these incisors account for approximately 25% of the animal's entire muscle mass. For comparison, a human's chewing muscles account for roughly 2 to 3% of total muscle mass. The mole rat is, proportionally, an extraordinarily powerful biting machine. More remarkably, it can move the lower incisors independently, spreading them apart or bringing them together, like a biological pair of chopsticks, allowing for fine manipulation of small objects in the tunnel. These teeth are not only used for digging, they are used for communication. By tapping against the tunnel walls in specific patterns, mole rats transmit vibrational signals that travel through the earth and are received by the feet and bodies of colony members elsewhere in the system. This is, in the darkness of a clay tunnel, a far more reliable channel than sound. The mole rat's relationship with pain is also extraordinary and medically significant. Naked mole rats lack pain sensitivity in their skin. Specifically, they do not respond to acid or heat on the skin surface, stimuli that cause immediate pain in every other mammal tested. The mechanism is a modification of the sodium channel protein NaV1.7, which is responsible for transmitting pain signals in other animals. In the mole rat, this channel is present but configured differently, failing to fire in response to the chemical or thermal signals that normally trigger the pain response. The evolutionary logic is straightforward. In a crowded tunnel filled with carbon dioxide from hundreds of breathing bodies, the air itself is mildly acidic. An animal that felt burning pain from every breath of its own atmosphere could not function. The mole rat has chemically muted a pain pathway that would otherwise make its life unlivable. This modification is now one of the most intensively studied targets in human pain medicine research. Beneath the skin, literally, in the spaces between cells throughout the body, the naked mole rat conceals a biological defense system that has made it one of the most studied subjects in cancer research. In over 30 years of laboratory observation involving thousands of captive naked mole rats, fewer than 10 neoplasms have ever been recorded. Naked mole rats are highly cancer resistant, with only a few cases ever observed in captive animals. When researchers have deliberately exposed mole rat cells to known carcinogens and cancer-inducing genes, the cells can begin to transform, but the tumors almost never develop to clinically significant masses. Something in the mole rat's biology is stopping cancer at an early stage with a consistency unlike anything seen in any other mammal. The primary mechanism identified so far is a substance called high molecular weight hyaluronan. Hyaluronan is present in the tissues of most mammals, including humans. It's the compound used in skincare products for its water-binding and cushioning properties. But the version produced by naked mole rats is unusual. It is approximately 5 times larger in molecular size than the hyaluronan found in human or mouse tissue. This enlarged molecular form creates a dense, viscous matrix in the spaces between cells, a physical and biochemical barrier that fills the intracellular environment. The role of this barrier in cancer research appears to be mechanical. When a cell begins to divide abnormally, the first stage of tumor formation, it encounters the high molecular weight hyaluronan matrix. This triggers what researchers call early contact inhibition, a biological stop signal that halts cell division before it can escalate. The cell bumps into the molecular wall, the system detects the contact, and growth stops. It is an early warning tumor suppression system built into the physical architecture of the tissue, rather than relying solely on the molecular error correction pathways that other mammals use. The mole rat has, it seems, built a second line of defense against cancer that most animals do not possess. The medical implications are potentially significant. If the hyaluronan mechanism can be understood well enough to replicate or stimulate in human tissue, it may represent a fundamentally new approach to cancer prevention, not by treating tumors after they form, but by stopping the earliest stages of transformation before they can proceed. In the deep, crowded chambers of a large mole rat colony, oxygen is not guaranteed. Hundreds of bodies breathing in a sealed, semi-enclosed space generate carbon dioxide faster than the restricted tunnel airflow can remove it. The atmosphere in active nest chambers can reach carbon dioxide levels that would cause rapid unconsciousness in a human, and oxygen levels that would cause brain damage within minutes. The naked mole rat has evolved a response to this that is without parallel in any other mammal. When oxygen levels drop to near zero, a condition called anoxia, the biological systems of almost every other mammal begin to fail catastrophically. The brain, which consumes glucose in a process that requires oxygen, loses its fuel supply. Within seconds, neurons begin to die. Within minutes, the damage is irreversible. The naked mole rat flicks a metabolic switch. Researchers studying naked mole rats under laboratory anoxia conditions discovered that when oxygen disappears, the animal's brain begins to burn fructose rather than glucose. This is significant because fructose can be metabolized through anaerobic pathways that do not require oxygen, that are normally present in the brain at very low levels, but inactive. The mole rat appears to upregulate this pathway rapidly under anoxia, supplying the brain with sufficient fuel to maintain basic function even in the complete absence of oxygen. Simultaneously, the animal's heart rate decreases significantly, reducing the overall metabolic demand on the body and extending the period over which the fructose fuel supply can sustain brain function. The animal enters a state that is not quite sleep and not quite suspended animation, but somewhere between the two. Alive, protected, waiting for the oxygen to return. Under laboratory conditions, naked mole rats have survived complete anoxia for up to 18 minutes with no measurable permanent brain damage. Every other mammal tested under the same conditions suffers irreversible brain damage within minutes. This anaerobic fructose pathway has immediate medical relevance. Stroke is fundamentally an anoxia event, an interruption of oxygen supply to a region of the brain. If the mechanism the naked mole rat uses to switch brain fuel sources under anoxia can be understood and applied therapeutically, it could extend the window during which a stroke patient can receive treatment without suffering permanent damage. The final secret of the naked mole rat is its society. And to understand that, you have to let go of any expectation that this is a creature organized like a mammal. The naked mole rat is eusocial. This is a term usually associated with insects, bees, ants, termites, and it describes a specific and extreme form of social organization, cooperative care of young, overlapping generations within the colony, and a division of labor in which only certain individuals reproduce while others work their entire lives without breeding. The only other known eusocial mammal is the closely related Damaraland mole rat. Among all other mammals, nothing like this exists. A typical naked mole rat colony contains between 20 and 300 individuals, with colonies of 70 to 80 being common. And within that colony, only one female breeds, the queen. She is the colony's sole reproductive female, mating with 2 to 3 males and producing litters of pups that are cared for collectively by the non-breeding workers. The non-breeding members, the vast majority of the colony, are divided informally by body size and age into workers who maintain the tunnel system and forage for the tubers that form the colony's primary food supply, and larger individuals who tend to patrol the entrances and respond to threats, including predatory snakes. The queen maintains her status through 2 mechanisms: physical intimidation — she regularly shoves and headbutts non-breeding females, a behavior that appears to suppress ovulation through stress hormones — and chemical signaling that researchers are still working to fully characterize. As long as she is alive and her chemical presence fills the colony, the reproductive systems of every other female remain suppressed. When a queen dies, the suppression lifts. A competition begins among the larger non-breeding females, resolved through conflict over a period of days to weeks. The eventual winner undergoes a remarkable physical transformation. Her vertebrae lengthen, creating additional space in the torso for larger litters. The new queen's skeleton actually changes to accommodate her new role. Her reproductive system activates, she becomes queen, and the colony continues. This is not a system built around the survival of the individual. It is a system built around the survival of the genetic lineage, the queen, and by extension, all the closely related workers who share her genes and who will never reproduce. In evolutionary terms, it is a strategy that trades individual reproductive opportunity for the efficiency of collective specialization. Every worker who digs a tunnel or defends an entrance is increasing the probability that the queen's offspring survive. They are, in the genetic accounting of evolution, investing in copies of their own genes. It is the most alien social structure in the mammalian world. And it works, in the dark, in the heat, in the airless tunnels beneath the Horn of Africa, with extraordinary efficiency. The naked mole rat reminds us that mammal is not a single design. It is a broad category that includes, at its extreme margins, animals that have discarded temperature regulation, redefined aging, built immunity to cancer into the architecture of their cells, learned to survive without breathing, and organize their societies on the model of a beehive. They are cold, wrinkled, nearly blind, and barely visible. They have given up the warmth of the sun, the freedom of the surface, and the concept of individual ambition for a life in the dark that lasts 3 decades without aging and ends, for most of them, in service to a queen they will never replace. They have found a way to be a mammal that none of the rest of us imagined. We share this planet with millions of stories, most of them unfolding in the silence of the deep or the shadows of the canopy. Thank you for journeying with me into the world of the naked mole rat. I'm Patrick Vierzba. There are many secrets of Earth, if you only know where to listen. I'll see you on the next horizon. Until then, follow our coordinates by subscribing to or following the show. It ensures you never miss a step into the unknown. There's always more to the story than what fits into a single episode. Before you go today, I wanted to share a few extra details about how these incredible creatures actually live. Here's what else we found. In the pitch-black, narrow confines of a subterranean clay tunnel, turning around is a massive expenditure of energy and space. To solve this, naked mole rats have evolved the ability to run backward just as fast as they can run forward. Their skin is incredibly loose, so loose that it fits them like an oversized coat. When a mole rat needs to change directions in a tight space, it doesn't turn its skeleton around. Instead, it performs a highly fluid movement where its body essentially somersaults inside its own skin, like a slinky reversing direction. Furthermore, the last worker in a digging chain acts as a scout, walking backwards using its long, highly sensitive sensory hairs on its tail to act as a rear bumper, navigating the dark entirely in reverse. Because these colonies are highly insular and resources are scarce, naked mole rats are incredibly hostile to outsiders, a trait biologists call extreme xenophobia. To protect the hive, they have developed a complex vocal repertoire of over 17 distinct grunts, chirps, and squeaks. Remarkably, recent research has shown that each individual colony speaks in a distinct dialect unique to that specific hive. This colony-specific accent is strictly regulated by the queen. It acts as an auditory password. If a foreign mole rat tries to infiltrate the tunnels, the workers immediately recognize the wrong dialect. When a queen dies and a new one takes over, the entire colony's vocal dialect gradually shifts to match the accent of the new queen. Naked mole rats are exceptionally clean given their subterranean lifestyle, constructing highly specific, dedicated toilet chambers far away from their nesting and food storage areas. However, these chambers serve a vital operational purpose beyond hygiene. Before a worker leaves the nest to go on a dangerous foraging or defense mission, it will visit the toilet chamber and deliberately roll in the communal waste. This isn't just random behavior. The unique chemical signature of the colony's waste acts as a communal perfume. By coating themselves in it, the workers ensure that when they return from the outer tunnels in the dark, the colony guards will instantly recognize them by scent as family, preventing friendly fire attacks in the pitch black. Thank you all for exploring with me. I'll see you next time.